Welcome guys to another video here on the Man United Daily YouTube channel, and in this one I just want to give you guys a transfer talk video where, like it says in the name, we're going to talk all over the recent rumours that have occurred in the last few days. So the first one is Felipe Anderson. He's 22, plays for Lazio in Serie A at the moment, and there's been reports that he might be on the verge of a bid from United for around £25 million, and this one would might make sense in a way, because he is a fast, direct winger who likes to play on the wing but also come inside and have a shot and score a few goals here and again. But this one I really think I have my doubts on, because of the signing of Depay, the re-emergence of Ashley Young. Januzaj is already at a club. Di Maria, Valencia, he can definitely do a job now and again in that winger position. So there's a lot of competition already at the club for that winger role. And for Anderson, who has had a very good 12 to 18 months, it will be a big risk to pay that sort of money for a player who, like I said, done relatively well in Serie A, but hasn't broken into the Brazil national team as yet. So that could be his next step before really concrete offers arrive for him from the big clubs. So this one, I think it will be interesting, and I think it will be definitely an exciting player, but I really can't see it happening with the sort of like confirmation of the Memphis Depay deal so early in the transfer window, that perhaps Gal will now concentrate on other areas of the pitch that require more urgent needs of attention, rather than the wider roles of United. So for this one, I'll probably give it about a 3 out of 10. But again, I think it just depends on how the leaks occur. If reports keep picking up on the story, then it might change. But right now, a 3 out of 10 for any potential deals for Felipe Anderson. If you guys have any opinions on Anderson, then please give me a comment below. If you've been watching him regularly this season, or how do you think he might fit in at United? And the next target is Jasper Cillessen. He's the Ajax goalkeeper. He's 26 years old, Dutch international, who basically knows Louis van Gaal very well. They played for each other, under the World Cup last summer. The reported deal in this one is around £17 million, and there's no surprise really that we're going to be linked with every keeper under the sun for the next 2 months until the transfer window closes, when or if David Haver leaves for Real Madrid. Obviously, that's still a protracted deal, so it will be it depends on that transfer, whether it goes through or not, that we go ahead and buy a replacement goalkeeper. Cillessen, I think he's a solid goalkeeper, very good with his feet, like a lot of Dutch keepers are, but he's probably not the most agile. But again, if Louis van Gaal was to reinforce and kind of like buy better defenders, perhaps the reliance on the goalkeeper will be a lot less. But again, when you are going for the championships, going for cups, you need a fantastic goalkeeper in order to save you points, keep you in matches. And Cillessen, there's question marks surrounding him because of his ability. Obviously, he's a very reliable keeper, etc. But again, does he have that extra star quality that would win you championship, that would win you games on his own? And there's question marks about that. So this one, I really hope it doesn't happen, but you can see the logic in it's happening. But again, if we were gonna let De Gea go for a 25 million plus fee, the preseason would be a good time to give Victor Valdez a good shot in order to re-establish himself as our number one, because we all know about his pedigree at Barcelona. He has fantastic ability, and he does have great reflexes, as he demonstrated against Hull in the last game of the season. So there's a world-class replacement for De Gea at a club. I'm not particularly worried if we don't sign anyone before the beginning of the season, because Valdez has the experience, I think, to be the short-term solution for United, at least into that department. So Cillessen, for this one, I would again give it probably a 3 out of 10, because I don't see it happening. I think it's just newspapers make an easy connection to see who's available for when De Gea leaves. So what do you guys make of Jasper Cillessen and his potential transfer? Who would you guys go for, and who would you sign for as De Gea's replacement? And the third one is Johnstone. He's 21, plays for Everton, England international, and the Daily Mail reported this week that we might be interested in him for around 25 to 30 million pounds, and that price is again very, very steep. But I think there is a British premium on players. I mean, if you think about Raheem Sterling, there's sort of talks of him going about for 50 million pounds. So this sort of trend is very alarming for the FA and also English football, because it obviously drives clubs towards foreign players, because English players, although they have definite ability and potential like Johnstone have, no one can deny it, the premium that clubs have to pay for home British players are so much that you can buy 2 decent centre halves for that sort of amount of money. But this story, I think, makes sense in a way, because Johnstone's had a really good season last year. Scored against us at Goodison Park, and overall very comfortable on the ball, and defending wise he formed quite a decent partnership with Jagielka. But I think for the money, again, I don't think it's really worth it, because even if he might be go up to be a fantastic England captain in the future, for that amount of money for half a season of quality football is really a big risk. And I would rather see us spend throwing that sort of money around an established player like Nicolas Otamendi, who, if you follow me on Twitter, there's been a lot of movements around that transfer, but it's been quiet for a while because he's gone off to the Copa America with Argentina. So that there's been a lack of movement since then. So I'm planning to go back on that transfer later on. But going back to Johnstone, for the money, for the price, and for his performance throughout last season, I don't think the price should be as high as that. But it would make sense that we would want to invest in someone who's English, just 21 years old, and have bags of potential to potentially be part of that defence for many years to come. But currently, I would rate this transfer around 3 out of 10 again, because I think it's optimistic, and Everton are unlikely to sell to United after having Stones for only a season and a half of first team football. So the last transfer target I want to talk about is Roberto Firmino. He's 23 years old, Brazilian international, plays for Hoffenheim. And there's a lot of talk recently that United are basically have agreed a deal with the club, and it's just basically waiting for him to come back from the Copa America to confirm it all. The fee is around 13 to 15 million pounds, so I was a bit surprised at that figure point, because I thought that he probably, after the season he has had with Hoffenheim, that it will be towards the 20 million pounds sort of like figure park. So he definitely has quality to play something like that number 10 role, but again, with the amount of players who would like to figure in that number 10 role, it is hard to justify why we would spend that this amount of money on a player where we can let Januzaj play in that central role and prove himself. Because Januzaj, we all know about his fantastic quality and ability, but last season he just found his opportunities quite limited, and I think that led to his lack of confidence, and that's just had a dominoes effect on his game. But Roberto Firmino, with the Brazilian squad at the minute, made a promising start to his international career, scoring 2 goals in his first 4 games, I believe. So he has had a encouraging start to his career there. But for the price, it might be too good to offer up if he was to become available for that amount of money. So for this one, I'll give it about a 5 or a 6 out of 10, because I think it is potentially able to happen because of that low amount of money and for the sort of potential you are playing for Firmino. So if you guys have been watching the Bundesliga regularly this season, then please comment below on what you think of Firmino and where he would fit in at United. That wraps up another video here on the Man United Daily YouTube channel. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment below on any of the stories mentioned, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And also, if you want to keep to be updated with the latest videos, please subscribe to the channel for more content. You can check me out as well on Twitter at ManUnitedDaily, or visit the website at ManUnitedDaily.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.